The Ottomans sure don't like me. What's the Commonwealth doing in Ottoman land as well? Okay, kind of good. Denmark's no longer under siege, so they would protect the Commonwealth if the Commonwealth ate that attack. It's looking good, but I want to save this up. Oh god, it only costs 168. Terrifying. Why am I building a spy network in Uzbek right now? Best thing I can think is claiming these provinces so that when I have to core them, I can core them, but otherwise, say goodbye to that. Naples has always been a Sunni nation in Malta. God, they are actually Sunni. How does it even come to pass? Alright, I am stonewalled right now because of my pathetic admin tech. But we'll build it up real soon. Good job, Wallachia. Not good job at my innovativeness. Bavaria's joining that PLC thing as well. Alright, they're not doing further conversions, but here's a thought. Maybe they did do it because of my subsidies. So let us tell them that it will give them another 10 ducats per month. I wonder if this will remind me of Quetzalcoatl Finance. They can't do it there, it's already orthodox, and we can see all the other provinces. Quetzalcoatl Finance was a great one where you could juggle subsidies until you had unlimited money. Good times. There we go, he's starting on it. Would he care to do a second one, since he, you know... Well, you know, he has religious ideas. Maybe he's only comfortable doing one. In that case, I'm not comfortable giving him those subsidies. Okay, be that as it is. I'm not paying my men at least. I don't think there's anything for me to worry about. I could get 2 admin techs, which would straight away start helping me out quite a bit, so... yeah, that would cause me to not have to root out so much corruption, so... there's 1, there's 2, and let's get that while we're at it so we stop hurting on innovativeness. And just like that, unbalanced research went down. Global trade changes everything. Glad we got our tech before we had to pay that 1% extra. Wouldn't be caught dead paying extra. Get our Chali and Juk 2 done. Cossacks, away they go. And the Age of Reformation is coming to an end, so it's probably the Age of Ming being at risk coming to an end. Dang, dang, double dang. There's a nice trick you can do to outsmart Ming where you attack an OPM or another very small ally of theirs. And then you attack their other tributary subject and then just white piece the ally and then rip the Oirat to shreds. That's something I'd like to do, but I'm not in a position to declare such a war. Well, at least I've got more states available, so we're not paying extra on that. And it means I could actually seriously consider where else I want as a state. So Allfold and Imereti are apparently good options. Also, why am I paying for you? Don't like the idea of paying for these forts right now. If I don't have to, I don't want to. Although this province probably wants to rise up on me. Alright, I hate to be like this, but it's pretty much catch-up time for me. Still, with those extra states, I'll be able to administrate the Kazaki land that I take in and work on, sadly, work on converting them. There's a lot of conversion that I have to do over there. Oh, and I got both my missionaries for it. I would like more missionaries, but that would include, or require me to go through a bunch of this. Where are my triggered modifiers? Oh yeah, there's Pentarchy. It's not even taking the Holy Lands here. And Pentarchy isn't happening, because, yeah... there's a lot of things it needs, and none of those are happening. Commonwealth would still save... Ooh, they would save Denmark, but only just. At this rate, Denmark could certainly die in a fire. Sweden still have a wee bit to go before their truce is up, though. Still a Manchu revolt that happens after 1600, but I strongly doubt that it'll bring down the Ming. Well, maybe Karaka Yunlu can bring down the Ming. They're the last bastion of hope here. Yeah, they're just going down. But if they take enough, it'll give them a border with Timmy, so I could call in Timmy when I want to bring down Ottomans. But that debt wouldn't stop the Ottomans from crushing me horribly, and it would be very hard to do some lasting damage to them. It's never easy, is it? Well, let's keep those conversions going then. It's all done. This does not deserve to be a full-on area. Wonderful. Wonderfully orthodox land. Unfortunately, some really good Russian land is already taken by the Commonwealth, but I've done what I can on that front. Chamber Demi Cannon, come to me. We're at the point where it's very good to have back row cannon. 13 is where it tips into it's good to have. Now it's becoming a huge part of what will win you the battles. That +1 artillery fire is huge. But cannons are very expensive, and I'm very not made of money right now. Ostjak Va? What? These awful provinces want to have Montenegrin particularists. I mean, I have people ready to jump down and smack them. Particularists are really easy to handle, so I'm not particularly worried about them. That wasn't meant to be some kind of joke. You might have a chance to succession war over PLC soon if their king is old and heirless, as they flip to monarchy. Well, they're an empire, but they're still elective monarchy. What tech is it that they changed that, or is it an event? I oft forget these things. There we go, September 1628 to get Kazakh integrated, and I can punch that down a bit with my integration thing, but I'll also punch it up when I give them this Uzbek land as well, so it's a back and forth on that front. Alright, good job, Muscovy. Are there any more provinces that you would like to convert? The answer is yes, by the way. Our troops need the practice in Circassia. That increase of morale is quite nice, but I don't think I will. That's a wee bit away, though. Well, down you go. Give you the fast guy as well. Hop. Cannot abdicate while there are pending events. Oh, right, we knew you'd be popping up, but there you are. Very tempting. 20 legitimacy and that 50 prestige. Maybe you could just die sooner rather than me having to pay that. I don't want to have to pay that. But it might be for the better. Off you trot. There we go. Welcome aboard, McCain. At the ripe age of 15. And you're calm. It's nice. Ivan here, 422 is okay, I guess. But couldn't we have better? I like to think we could have better. Goodbye, Ivan. Is there a subject liberty desire cap at 200 development? No, that's something that was around in a long time ago. Sure ain't there now. Alright, the rebels get a free run of a couple of places. That's as far as it goes. The good old demanding perfection. Yeah, the sheer size and blobbiness of us is kind of preventing me from expanding out much in the way that I want to right now. I mean, every moment that ticks by we get stronger, which is nice, but I'd rather be ripping other nations to shreds. So, I wonder what the best way to go about my actions are right now. Tell you what though, getting my marriages back on track would be good. Sweden, we've been close for a long time. Commonwealth, not so keen on Commonwealth. You gave me a heretic last time. Let's do it with Wallachia. Oh no, Wallachia didn't give it to me. Okay, Commonwealth. Let's have some more heretic consorts. Oh, wow. None at all. And I can't marry Kazakh nor Timurids because they're in the wrong religious group. Oh, right. Kinda need to take that back, don't I? Astrakhani's of Sarai and Majar still want to rise up. That should be okay, though. Yeah, PLC's eating Rebel Sandwich, which might mean Denmark. Whoa, I could fight Denmark. Sweden don't want to join in, though, because they're still truce locked out. Am I willing to wait a year? I mean, Denmark still have a pretty chunky army, and they brought a whole lot of chunk in last time. And if I wanted to take land from them, I'd have to take Trondelag. Still, though, the idea of slapping Denmark is a pretty nice one. PLC is still at risk of that coalition. It's a pretty meaty one whilst they're enjoying all these rebels. Is this the end of a powerful PLC? Well, it would be if I don't help them. If the PLC wouldn't defend the Danes, does that mean they would also not defend Jake? Well, I've got good trust with the Commonwealth. That helps them join in. I mean, I could make them more trustworthy, which is probably a good idea. Better than bringing them into wars right now. Nah, they would help me. I got good trust with them, and my dip rep is... yeah. Still, it might not be a good idea, because if I break up Denmark with PLC, then PLC will be a bigger target for that coalition. So actually, in this case, keeping Denmark alive is irritatingly for the better here. Ooh, I don't like that. It's very cheap for me to increase stability. Church attendance duty helping out. Alright then, enact them to lose that inflation. Can't you get that event when you have no inflation? It's a bit of a bummer when you do. Feels great having all these dealt with. Alright, who's the next to fall to my my overzealous zealots? Just burn them all. Let God sort them out. Pskov is actually something I need to take care of. If Otto is a non-militarist, he won't start wars while in debt. It is a non-militarist. Those militarists don't care about anything. They will just fight, fight, and fight some more. Trying to think of any advantageous war that I could fight at this time. What can I fight that will actually strengthen me at this point? Again, fighting Denmark is a big risk, because if PLC lose another ally, they're going to be ripe for that coalition, which I reckon would fire. It's just the fact that the Danes are there. Tricky. Then again, if they have nations break off from them, those are nations that I can consume. Sadly, I'd have to claim that... Why is this Sunni? Alright, I gave them... or I'm not sure if I gave them or let them take this land off of Great Horde, but there was certainly an exchange of land that perhaps did not necessarily work to my favour. The Astrakhanis still want to rise up. Can't be having this. Don't let Sarai bail on us that easily. Oh yeah, the burghers are super angry, so go figure they're not too keen. I could make them super angrier, of course. You know, I like the idea of making them super angry. There we go, give me the dosh. Could even pull them from there, they wouldn't like that. Is Hungary an option for conquest? It is certainly an option for conquest. Austria would join in. Austria is also not much of a problem. I mean, let's look at what the Habsburgs bring in. Austria have 23,000. I could march my army down there and take them both on. I've managed to burn a lot of my aggressive expansion around here, which is also good. And I do want Bohemia to suffer at some point. They took that gold mine. That gold mine should be my gold mine. It's a bit far from home, though. That said, home is getting a bit stuffy. But I do want... I mean, this land is good land. Can't argue with that very hard. Maybe I should at least be making claims on Hungary. I know I can holy war him whenever. Well, it's not a holy war, but you get the idea. I can still war him whenever. Oh, man. It's been a great time for peace and stability. Commonwealth is just hurting themselves over there. Stop hurting yourself. Siberian separatists. Wait, what? Where would they even... I guess here? In Iglno? Yeah, okay, well. Do what comes naturally, guys. Those Astrakhani's still want to rise up in Sarai. Well, I don't care enough to deal with them. And those guys will run into Bashkir and get destroyed, so that works for me as well. It's hard for me because there's not a good opportunity to take over loads of land. I'm still so locked on states and territories. But dear God, Commonwealth are coming to pieces here. Kiev, Ryazan. I mean, I don't want to say it's time to ditch the Commonwealth, but the Commonwealth are clearly not up to scratch right now. And it would give me a lot of really nice land to prey upon. But their army is still big. Still real big. But here's my thinking. If I annulled with the Commonwealth right now and attacked Denmark, the Commonwealth would lose all their friends. Aragon wouldn't save them. Then they would get attacked by the coalition. The coalition would likely remove countries from them, like these countries. It would be a big risk to say goodbye to the Commonwealth after everything they've done for me. But by the other hand, I can't neglect the fact that the Ottomans are on my border and probably not very happy with what I've done over these years, which is grow. Sounds like a great plan for the next time, says Green Giant. No, I want to be a bit more ballsy here. Swedistan still wouldn't join in this war, but it's almost time for it. Get over to the capital. You guys get over to a good supply limit place near the capital. I think it's time for the Commonwealth to be said goodbye to. Man, I invested so much in them as well. If they finish their war, PLC will kill all these rebels. It's quite likely. But that coalition that they're staring down the gun barrel at is a terrifying one. Bohemia always kicks harder than you think they would. And with the Commonwealth, when they start crumbling, they just keep crumbling. And I could actually declare a war on them to take those nice provinces off of them, whilst they don't have friends. Do you have a replacement auto defense? I got Timmy. Timmy's pretty good. Timmy's pretty damn good. The Ottomans are still terrifying, though. There's not a whole lot I can say to that, and they still hate my guts in every way. And no, I guess the answer is no. I don't have an alternative friend. Mamluks are not that alternative friend. I tried to get friendly with Ming earlier, but they were having none of me, because I'm allied with both their rivals. But they do hate the Ottomans. Is there anybody else that would even consider me? You know, preferably somebody that could be sold out as auto food. Well, there's God himself, and there is Austria. Austria likes me so much. Actually, Austria would probably make a good ally because I could sell them out to the Ottomans. Downside is Austria keeps getting slapped by other countries. Does Timmy want that institution? Oh yeah, I was meant to sell that to them. Oh heavens, yes, that is good income. Alright, forget the claims on Hungary. It's about the claims on Commonwealth. I'm going to drop the Commonwealthy Alliance and smash into Denmark. It's the right thing to do. We've had a great relationship with the Commonwealthy, but I honestly think if I drop them and they drop Denmark, the coalition's going to rip them to shreds. Let's believe that. Oh, the Ottomans are gunning down what's left of Georgia. So much for they won't declare wars when they're in debt. Man, I am... Yeah, I'm allowing a big risk here. But they do want Austrian land. And if he attacks Austria, then the Holy Roman Empire is honor-bound to defend them at least. So let's make a risky alliance here. Time to disfault the Poles, yeah, in a manner of speaking. Okay, this could backfire on me so hard that it's not even funny, but we ally Austria, we say goodbye to PLC, and then we crush it. Oh well, hang on, we should... Occupied and besieged alone will not have them help out in this. Let's get these forts active, if nothing else. I have a bit of a dosh surplus for all of this. Oh yeah, there's this guy who's contributing nothing to society. Away he goes. You guys might take a bit to walk over, but that's fine. I'm here to win the battles more than anything. Since it's cleansing of heresy, it might be a good idea to stop having Kazakh involved, because they'll go off and cause trouble for me. That said, I'm sure I can win it all back. Maybe declare first. PLC might honor the call otherwise. No, I don't think so. Also, doesn't it cost you to break an alliance when you're at war? Maybe that only... I forget about that one, actually. Can you break an alliance whilst at war? Marriages. Yeah, marriage is a thing. We have a marriage, but I'm sure it'll be okay. I think it's only if it's a war ally. Yeah, I think so as well. Let's take the risk. Damn, I want you to be in a position to show that superiority first, though. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Right. Different situation now. A very different situation. Commonwealth are losing the coalition against them. Abort. Abort. I thought it was time to slice up the Commonwealth, but if they don't have that coalition against them, then it's not going to go the way that I thought it would go there. It's still a good opportunity to oh, shoot. Huh. What happened to their occupied and everything? Damn. Okay. This is what hesitation brings you. Well, it brings me keeping the Commonwealth as an ally. But that looks like they're out of the war then. Okay. Right, let's rethink that one for a wee bit. Alright, clearly my thinking cap isn't on, so let's rethink this tomorrow. I think I've stared at enough EU4 for one day. I'll be back with more EU4 tomorrow. I will also be starting our next long play, which is Battle Brothers, tomorrow. And there will also be something very special happening at the end of EU4 tomorrow. So until then, for me, when I have my thinking head on, it's a cheers and a cheerio.